Alright, so people are always asking me, yo, how can I draw a cat? So I'm like, alright, let me show you. Alright, first you draw a big old circle like that. Then you're gonna draw a little hump like that because cats have got that little hump like that. Like, we're gonna give him that. Alright. And then he's got this leg that's like that, right? And then you're gonna want to kick this leg out like this. Draw a little ball for that foot, and then draw this line to make this foot, and then like that. And you got the little chest right there, and then another little circle right there for that other paw. All right, so you can see the shape of our cat already coming along. So next, we're going to draw this back leg. We got this going on. So then this back leg, we're going to go ahead and we're going to kind of try to copy the contours that we have here for this other hind leg. And then we're going to move him there, draw the little paw right there, then give him the rest of his leg right there, and there we go. We got that back leg. All right, and then this cat's going to have like some like nails like right there. And then boom, 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 and maybe a little elbow right there because they got a little elbow, little kitty elbow. And then I guess what our cat's missing is we need to give him some facial features. So this cat's gonna be singing. He's like, he's in love. This cat's in love. So we're gonna go like that. Give him a little squinty eyes, and then give him a big mouth showing he's going. All right, just like that. And you can do that while you're drawing if it helps. It helps me. Alright, so we got our cat going. We're going to give him little kitty ears. Maybe we'll do this because he's kind of like, he's being very romantic. So we're going to drop his ears down a little bit like, because he's really kind of letting it out. Alright, so then I'm going to go ahead and start establishing these lines a little bit more because those were all kind of just like my sketch lines. So we got a little eye. I'm going to go over these lines, just define them a little bit more, make them a little bit more bolder. I like using different variety of line weight. And that's what we call line weight. When you got darker lines, lighter lines. So the dark lines are your heavy lines, and your light lines are your light lines. Make sense? It's good to mix them up. Really helps your picture. So there you can see the picture of the cat already coming together. We're going to define this ear a little bit more. And I'm going to color the inside of the ear. And there's going to be some light lines. So we're making it darker, but at the same time, it's just a light gray. Alright, we're going to define this ear a little bit more. And then maybe give them a couple of these little dots right there. This cat has got some pipes on him. He can sing. He was born to sing. He's like, wow! And I'm really sorry if that's kind of like hurting your ears right now, but I can't help it. It's the cat. The cat's really excited. All right, so we're going to keep going. I'm going to define the mouth line a little bit more, like that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go. This little guy's going to become a superstar. Oh, yeah. Alright, so now we got the face pretty much well done. I'm going to go and pay a little more attention to the rest of the body now. So we had the little kitty chest. We're going to go like that, make him a little fuzzy because, it's a fuzzy cat. And maybe we'll even give him like some lines here to show that, hey, this kitty's kind of fuzzy. Yeah. Oh, yeah, look how fuzzy he is. I like me a fuzzy kitty. And I'm going to do a little bit of hatching along here just to show that the light's hitting the cat from the front. More hatching over here, except I'm going to go a little deeper here because this is the inside of the leg. So we're going to assume that the light's not hitting there. And I'm going to a little bit on this side and a little bit on this side. And then I'm going to define this leg a little bit more. Boom. 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 Oh, yeah. This cat means business. He came here to sing. Alright. Find this a little bit more. Get this guy going. Boom, boom. Then we're going to shade the inside of this leg. Just like that. you know, we're using light lines, but they're compressed together, so it gives us that nice gray tone, that medium value. Alright, and I'm going to define this outside of this leg. That way it's more in focus with us, and you can see how this leg is sticking out more than that rear leg. And then similarly with this leg, we're going to go like that. I guess he's not lying. Wrong sound. Alright, and I'm sorry, I'm spinning the page, but I'm a page spinner when I draw. I like to move the canvas around. That way, the canvas or the picture plane, however you want to call it, is the surface you're drawing on. And I'm going to give him some more shading on this rear leg, just like that. Boom. Yeah, there we go. There we go. We're going to make up all sorts of fuzzy kitty and maybe a little bit of shading here. Alright, and a little bit of shading underneath the neck. Boom. Define this more. Yeah, that's looking good. That's a nice cat. Alright, and he needs a tail. Now, a tail's always tricky. It's like, what kind of tail do you want to give your cat? I want it to go all the way to the front, because obviously it's at the edge of the page, so I can't keep going this way, so I'm going to have to make it curl that back up to the front of the cat. So I'm going to go and I'm going to bring this tail back over here like that, like that, like that, so you can see it's kind of curling around. I think I did it. Alright, and we're going to color in shade the tail in there. I'm going to shade the tail on this inside. Actually, I want it to go this way. And then we'll kind of do like one of these numbers. See, this is one foul. Alright, see how I got this line? It looks like it's continuing with the tongue. That's not good. No bueno. So I'm actually going to redraw this line over here. And I'm going to go like here. And this tail might actually, I'm not happy with this tail, but we're going to have to work with it. That's what we got. It would have been better if I kind of had the tail coming down here. I don't know why I went so high. But, regardless. And by the way, yeah, I gave him a bandage on the tail. Because this cat, he's gone into a couple scuffles. That's why he's in love. He's fighting for love. Alright. I'm going to shade the inside of the tail, a little bit of the bandage. See, if I could really see it, the tail's always critical. Not crazy about that tail. If I were to redo it, I'd probably do something like, I'd go somewhere here and then have the tail come out here. See, and that makes more sense. It's more natural, and it's not competing with these face shapes, because these lines, all these lines are going in different directions, and right here we have this one arching this way, and it kind of wants to flow with that tail. So that's why having it over here away from any of that makes more sense. So what I sometimes do, because I'm drawing in pen and I'm like, I really don't like that, what you can do is you can go in with some cross hatching, and sometimes this ruins pictures, but I think it's worth it because I really don't like that tail there, and there's a good lesson learned. So here's some hatching, and you can see I'm kind of just blocking it out, so I'm kind of turning that into the background. And you'll probably see this in a lot of anime anyway, so it's kind of like natural to have this kind of line work behind your subject. See if I can pull this off as quickly as I can for you guys, so this video isn't so long and drawn out. Alright. You see? And when they're going in the same direction, that's your hatching. You really don't have to go do the whole picture. I really could have just left it just at that. Excuse me. really could have just done just a little bit, not the whole thing. We're going to keep going though. We are going to keep going, and I'm going to do a little bit of hatching here. Alright. And so that means that I'm going to have to define these lines even more so we don't confuse them with the millions of lines I just added there. Alright. And that way there's a clear distinction of our cat and the background. And that's the cool thing with pen. You can easily just go super dark real quick. And I'm gonna do the tail. And that's all I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna make this video super long, but in the future with these videos we are going to go into more detail as far as like feathering all these lines. That way they kind of melt into the background and they're just not this like rainstorm that just kind of happened to get to our cat. And then if I want, I can even go a little bit darker here just to kind of omit that earlier drawing even more. And this is where I can kind of apply like a gradient with this hatch work. And the advantage is now the head is actually starting to pop out more from the background, which is kind of cool. So I can do this a little bit too just to get rid of this line here. And I said I wasn't going to keep going, but I'm going. And this all comes with experience. So hope you're all having fun, just making a bunch of marks. Don't be afraid, don't erase. That's the nice thing about drawing with pen. It's like, you kind of made the mark, now you got to live with it and make the best of it. And so you can see, and I guess the only thing we are missing is a good sorry, I had to get you guys one more time. Hope you enjoyed it. I look forward to seeing your drawings. Thanks.